Ashafo, we have been speaking about Prophet Adom Kyei for some time now, and the whole issue has to do with the fact say 31st night on my sorry members message be as some members message or the members no price so mo koton say bi major party the bruni be can say assets no mo fan beto Adom Nyame, which is pushing be a oye and as sobulu a oye I say or party say yesu muja ebimuta almost munya nkwa ene omunya ayaresa, they get opportunities omunya fortunes say akwan bibiri ebiem ebimu kra fa so e de nya ayaresa na sansam no course no amafo bibiri ekaseti asas sansam no another message on make here. Now far from that to within that same 31st first and second no you said the Kumasi Accra road it was blocked ni nya ne sa kwan no so no na aye Adom Kyei dua ya so na sorry no nipa ekọ ho no the estimate is almost 100,000 because of that no ekwan ni choke because most of these people bibia no more park on cars no they had what we call a spillover, which means maybe a designated someone parking on car. I said, a whole overcrowded. Emma afidie, maybe on parking car, it be a copy kwemu. We had a gridlocker and a gridlocker. Sorry, I said kwano ebimumba. So people actually started talking about videos with brief our platform. So ebimukra parties, the police and also the government should do something about it. Well, Menuka say President John Dramani Mahama about this. Now most of us were thinking, say, Mahama will have spoken and perhaps directed the IGP and also the Ministry of Roads to do something. BBC in CBN because it tell me idea we akoswa I just say bro nyani Easter the koso and a man for party said government should do something about it. But then Mahama actually came out with a different view. Menuka say President Mahama in some of the debate to air party said what Accra Kumasi road a blockage ya Adom Kyei second chance. No akasa wakosa so what tipa say kwan na bi mum but ono Adom Kyei ono His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no he has a different plan for Adom Kyei. In fact our party say issue a course so e Accra Kumasi road no enye Ghana for sebdo enye Adom Kyei duankwa issue Ghana phone na issue in fact on only administration they notice BBC ABC enuntia na they started doing something by the end of this year Ghana phone be bibi. Now I'll not take the Jews out of the horse's own mouth. You go to Mahama attitude
in our road network, in rail, in aviation, in health, in education, in agribusiness and manufacturing. And one of the iconic projects under our big push is going to be the Accra Kumasi Expressway. And for those who have spoken against this expressway, I wish that they were in the traffic jam over the new year when one single church holding a convention brought the Accra Kumasi road into gridlock for more than 7 hours. Accra is the biggest city in Ghana and the capital. Kumasi is the next biggest city in Ghana. And the traffic between these two cities, it's a shame that we have a single lane road linking our two major cities. This will be a thing of the past, and I'm looking forward to cutting sword. I'm looking forward to cutting sword early this year.
Excellency John Dramani Mahama no party say yes or to sense no, but to him no say you a police fokora ekoto ehye Adom Kyei dua so no mochina the problem will not be solved because Adom Kyei dua uyi ni fi o when ni fi o say bi traffic na be koso you will see who say a kwan a Accra Kumasi road no Accra emu tre inti amanfo ben no mo ben sa kwan no and also no one more omo to and fro omo use our road no omo double by day and night and until no party say na by no they brought out a measure say a new expressway Accra Kumasi expressway. So to him no that is the problem, that is the solution to this particular issue, not Sebiu the police stopping Adom Kyei, it is not going to work because as Ghanaians, we have what we call a freedom of worship. And Adom Kyei I will say who say no matter what no or no so or ye Ghanaian just say or no so he has every freedom to practice whatever religion. And I saw remember so no and also be a see or more can say on mede on besum and as you could be a besum. So that is exactly what is really going on now. At the end of the day, you know, I know that this has brought generated a whole lot of controversy, but the Mahama's view on this issue, you know, apparently, you know, it is different from what most people were saying. Say the government and also the Ghana police and also the Ministry of Roads should take action. That is exactly what is really going on. On this same vein, you know, Prophet Oja, now recently, you know, information about say Miss Bell and a call report cinema the Ghana police service or in fact high headquarters now call report a complaint after a fire uja and make his statement say Miss Bell be any soul travel so travel or call no as a ni sum pie nananom and I say abosumfo bi ho you know space you know that kind of thing now it's Miss Bell be yare nti fire uja dey sense we be to not there Miss Bell say oboa ombi na no Miss Bell say oboa Miss Boss intro any chego no Miss Boss then or down arrest. Me no can say fire uja I be making statement be what party say na no mo make a prophecy about His Excellency John Dramani Mahama immediately after a year and na Mahama and Kasankasa personally reach out to all of them. Yinti somebody to you.
31st na me kase se omunya de omampani nsiso a only na me mali kunti America number 2 this year ya fear ye nyankopan na dom na ya mfampai bo kese antete be hwere omampani na nyema kakra sisi kire se bibi kosunti e mompai ma omu
kase be hwere omampani na o ma ye confused omampani John Mahama ana omampani dada akofo ana omampani dada akofo
Mikase, a sitting president or former president.
Okay.
Yes, sure.
But that is where people also begin to have a problem or say clarity, you know, so that say you focus in Paibona, you know, baby, I am.
Your mom, Payamom, Penny be out or what Ghana, what Wabadia could know that's what you and this was
as simple as
yes. I see your mom, you will be free. It is a mutimia and this is from penny for 8 years, Median Blasium. If you're more a deep for mobile Payama, but at least. So omuntie yi bi say oh ya omuntu ana momla wo be catch yourself for say ompaye man enye djuma kese bia nti no ansa wo be catch say onka ompaye asan nti egusu hwe me de megusu ya konche bompaye ema o mampani bia o ti akonya so anase wo fra akonya so but enkom send aso hand you nti so mutie me nka ombetimi abaye na chi kwan any nipa crow, any date, any time,
okay, Eddie. Jose.
He was specific. The person who he thought say obey to me free. Also say NDC 40 Mia. So Mia, I'll straight away go to the president.
Okay.
I will not me for fan chain case for my president. NDC 40 Mia. It was the president himself.
Okay.
But did that happen?
Happen. So
for
we know nyame na ehunu ni ye ana wo na wo ehunu ni ye which is which
anyama me kan say baby enu a maka say nyame ehunu ni ye ana say nyame ehunu me na me ehunu ni everything is on point into the opposite busa me na ma chiro mu.
Yes, what you said no happen
and no, and opposite busa
yes okay. No president sitting president did not die.
Okay.
No past president died.
So my menu one date na me ba say no unim date kro.
Unless let me check it.
Okay, we are checking. Me evidence.
But at the beginning of the year say
yes,
2025.
Unim say me share nkom no. Ewie ye no. One of the first radio am invite me because nana ye obi am bu nipa. Nti o frɛ me ka say me ba mama meto no na me beto wa. Ti me busa na sese na esi wotu kwan. First me say nkom no I think Tama helicopter crash in the near 31st night and sana crash in the band and I will mobile invite him na me ba. Okay, na me can the same thing. Okay, so pay attention. Me ba na mobile me interview no. Me can pay me say NDC for penny for ehwe me amopa mo mpaye. Yeah, kasa wo bebu mu because okoka obi asem saying say one can ya on bi on edi yas ya obefa ne personal. Number 1 patriote ni me share nkom ni wie no this year this year helicopter crash this year
That was last year.
Yeah, last year,
yes.
2025. After I come 31st night. And I'm about to interview. Problem BC, I'm a nipa helicopter crash in na wuye. O man penny a wote so. Ne sofo penny babonti be dia dance say nyankopon ane nam ne so. E mo di phone floor man penny say wonya de oye bia no mla solid program ka by this time come man penny kon kan ya ho bi. And here first thing, Pacho pay attention.
Me too.
Number 2, after helicopter crash on man penny na kasa turning sa frame me. Eko ni fie.
But I don't know the helicopter crash no oba and one can no. But what I'm just
Pacho say me busa me catch now say I feel you be free mu. Na ye beba say o bedjuma. Na so for floor say me medjuma. Dana wo wa medjuma no eja to ama nipa wa ni na ewu a opese o kire say opani kese. Me person me busa say o man pani wu na Ghana for pa na say ye emom paye ma no. Person so me busa mo.
Okay.
Sen kom sen so bem ne obi hu so ye prophet ya. En kom sa be ma me kwan na me kika bi nchire o. Na frame din a de beto me. After the prophecy, owo to fom o man pani. Ni so for pani abedi a dance here. Helicopter crash na according to news by e twa se o kan ho bi no oko.
But the sign ho.
E sign ho. And what you have to answer for me? Video and everything is on social media. Man, call the office ni fear. I have radio kasi. We pray. Ya bomb pie. And Ghana 4%.
You said your bomb pie. You be see no coin.
Na edebe ni see no coin. Nin Jonah question come oni ni wiklom. So nyame be say krono. O mani no onyame wo mobo. It's Jonah a false prophet. Oh, a Jumano so we prophet ya me mechanic. Timmy church cars in yama.
Okay.
A dim mechanic no wait me a church or cars in yama. That's
In the same way, and we will come back to this particular issue later. As for Sabra Menoka says, it's been almost a year since he Malik Basentili. Now, Becca said somewhere in the middle of last information, Eba said, pay the whole fana or yare. In fact, a year back and forth, Crama report say, be Malik Basentili or down a munye. I mean, maybe Mukra a de obo emano. But then fast tracking, we say, obey videos we because a bra bron young beckers our land now all jaya near the other. Obey videos we say, oh yeah, live when you land near the other. But you see, in Pennyfoken, we say behind every room or piano, there's an iota of truth. So Malik Basentili, he may be standing, but then he may not be standing firm, and he may also not be standing well. Many can say in your part, say information and a video is our becker a part of Malik Basentili and pack so yare. If we saw a video, me want Tommy or catch a gun of Funyas be a okay, but then office and Casa or Wopuno. It's here for office no on Coho. Our parties are almost getting to a year now. Malik Basentili are buying no eba power, not a very active 5K men, 3K women, and then Malik Basentili and Tini KBU interview call. And no, and Odifo be Eddie Simbia Bible to just say, you create a woman about. Papa be a friend of Kitichi FIFA or day a year. A brandy a friend Malik Basentili akofa baby. Na spiritually the miano and ama papano Malik Basentili sunsumu no ntimi nti ne honam ayemre ayanhwe here said be 2020 I don't say a bad thing but then yanhwe here Malik Basentili bibi betima to na ebe Ghana phone nyina ya. Now you will series of videos ebebo any ma be able to screens no so because you be shocked at the point in time Mahama ni 8 po echo Facebook or trobi bi na man for say in some Mahama ni edi akwako trade, does it really mean say you be wa na? I didn't make us up. But before I bet to us no, you share this particular video involved. Ni share exactly the software editor and even the way forward, what is really going on. You know, share video we babaka you bet to us with more angles to the Malik Basentili story. Be more chips be a duni die or more say Malik Basentili at middle of the year sorry first half of the year no January February March no or be resigning.
Odifo Basentili wa wode pa so no wonam okuta strong. Ayobi and na said that Basentili yakọ baby say ye mubu basenteli ngu for but no ye no amfa
and then nipa ben and then abasentale dia yen
eyo keteche fifa
oh sir
yes
for we allegations na we making no
oh yes okay the fifa come say be on basenteli nya issues and also better basenteli
okay
oh yes when MPP for they are doing everything possible in spiritually. I'm not talking about physical. In spiritually, they are doing everything to destroy the pillars of NDC. Send a bayer Ghana for don't say NDC for we are buffalo. But we am fat. So mo pese party no a ya kono or doba MPP party no more. Sansan for no mude no so no mo yai. Na mo omunya one.
Okay.
Omuntini one.
Okay.
Because party no after flag ballership omo flag bearer no party no be collapse forever.
NPP party.
Oh, I swear.
What book at the chief fedi? Name makes sense to say we know what body didn't say a will no and
oh yes.
Sakobana said the chief fast video in our froze brabe no one on actually baby crop or yes I would do for
no one anymore some media. Men talking say what you be born you back. Me do not want to know some so. Into a one court, no massam down.
Okay. A beach say a we ask me if maybe say karma. Na karma ni be na enya basentale if you say abra warrior campaign tamana NDC ewo position no nsem bia wo kan ye edit ya Ghana mpenifo wo mabebe som Ghana wo mhodo do wo kakra ye de wo kwa bruche ko nsem wo kan ye no enu bi na enye wo
enye bia basentale nya stroke. Basentele nya stroke. The Americans are yet to fan I want to masiano. Say they are doing a lot of things to bring Basentele down. So now be Omeka say yes, on your account with the FIFA. Now also went to Nan Takeno, we defeat Baobua, Chinio. Basentele. Me say nya dia Basentele benya stroke and then we na stroke atena. And obe wu and then we watchna na tena ka.
But what can I say now? So Black Rasta chese or ne Basentele akasa. Ama Basentele chese no hoye na emomuno and yes stroke send your work on a hip joints and a when you as a result of send your pemoto na uchimoto pa and I say a man a hip no one can crack. San and some.
And I make a choice say nimpa ye na masasi so aye ko be obi aya. Inti Basentele nya let's say dia wo kwa ko. There be. Madam ko ko yale. Na me yale. What has yet? Plenty. I'm not for guys and some phone on do media or something. Yes.
Odi for sabre politics ye hwe Basentele or ye so far na the youngest CEO ewo Ghana politics mu yanka the future fe pa na so se ne wo kana say sunsum sem ne ade bi ewo emaburu na eba ne Ghana manyosem no eni sunsum sem
so far amount for amount of target your more Basentele Sami Jenfi. Thank you for me, no, we are very careful.
Okay, it's in some way and Odifo way edit to about Malik Basentele, but I want you to take a very quick note at this. In fact, why you for Krababe Kasa, but we'll come back to that later because a Bima started part say Malik Basentele on Bejuma. And a near so enkoye. But before I back was answer no city for Osha the whole screens no so a Ghana today and a more party say a share Malik Basentele. Now Obian himself Joyce Bauer a special aid to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Now Facebook and a Malik Basentele so posting the picture. You learn say Facebook no he doesn't operate it obi no operating man. In Tijuana a Joyce Bauer Mokhtari oko posti say every posty Malik Basentele no din birthday o posty and I Joyce Bauer echo posty say I called you happy birthday son Malik Basentele. It's you could see say even within the NDC the rank and file they are trying to get hold of Malik Basentele but they are not reaching him. And as to whether this whole issue it has to do with spirituality as a spiritual angle no ebia NDC for na Malik Basentele and as opposition party and as one feel for we don't know but clearly you to say Malik Basentele he's gone into the Brunei friend say isolation. Now this is just one of the many things I see for the two skills so because me no kasa man for p ababe kasa with some people saying say they can swear heaven on earth and as they can vehemently say Malik Basentele is not well. Now, I read the SBU, Obia Yare, Sebi, and so for kan ye nipa ye kwa ye be nyina ne say Obia Yare se Obia kitten. But then the issue here is simple say a ban a Malik Basentele a kamia kwa se bibi e wo mu kakra. Now, let's put this on the screens. Remember, say these are series of screenshots I edit to screens so based on some of the comments among for Ediababe Tuja on social media, and it clearly states all of these particular things. I'll show you the whole screen so or say this is Obi Opusi Basentele needs to be sacked ASAP, that's as soon as possible. He's been absent from work since October, yet he's receiving taxpayers' money every month. That's a cheat and a financial loss to the country. A teacher will have been sacked. In the part is Malik Basentele on Bejuma. Now, I wouldn't say that this is something of his fault because Yaren is he's seriously sick. Remember, I said Yaren the on on Yare, but Party said what he's sick from no hip joints. Hip joints no, or Party said mutuni adi adi opiji pijano, and now cause this particular hip joint. As to whether it's true or not, we have no idea. Now, far from that, to share we are if he shock her. Also, an evil man who is vanished just like that in the system lied on innocent people just for power, and now he can't be found anywhere. He should seek for forgiveness from those he lied on and from Allah in all. Interpret Malik Basentele bra or bring is because of intro chato NDC MPP for so ken semfa Akufo-Addo ho amudi we ni power ene sebi onyankopon adom ti nyankopon itua ne ka ema Malik Basentele 1 year ni ontimi kodwuma o yare abubugu fom ene opa se nyankopon ni itua ne ka na Malik Basentele wan ba bonten sebi ambe pa chow ene bonifacha any the better the worst. Now, far from that, to or say, if he said John, or say for the first time in mine, I'm going to mega all night at the Philadelphia City hosted by Prophet Adom Kyei. I'm going to cry my heart out to God. I'm going to pray for Malik Basentele, whether he's okay or not. I'm going to pray for him. I'll pray for John Dramani Mahama. So clearly, this was an NDC personal party say Malik Basentele no fa no ono the only say okwa yedem okwa bompai. We fi General Buhari or say Malik is likely to resign as CEO of YEA in 2026, according to rumors. This is to help him concentrate on his health. His deputy will act as a new CEO. His deputy will act till a new CEO is appointed. So according to General Buhari or MPP sympathizer, no party say or no they wate say Malik Basentele because of his absence is derailing a lot of work and it's not them or resign. Now far from that, I told you say why for April Steve was the management and staff of the Youth Employment Agency warmly extend heartfelt birthday wishes to our Chief Executive Officer Malik Basentele. May the year ahead bring renewed strength, wisdom, good health, and great accomplishment. Happy birthday, sir. So this was the YEA normal a year or Mudi Malik Basentele birthday just 4 days ago. That is the 4th January 2026. But then Kamia Koye said, whilst the happy birthday messages were going on, some people too were getting pissed because according to video channel, these are the workers of the Youth Employment Agency. One party said for almost 6 or so months now, they've not been paid. YEA boss, Malik Basentele promised them a lot of things, and yet still they have not been paid. Now, we watch this particular video closely. In Sema, these now aggrieved workers of YEA Omudi Tuja, and this is coupled with a year in Sema, and them from Memo say Malik Basentele is just basically absent from the workplace. Now, let us hear what these workers said. When we come back, we head on.
Because you pam me nyina fi school mu a school fees kra wonya bi ntua enim kwase bebre woto na kwabrane ye da woka wakobobo sia de akotua school fees ne ye da woka ini afram na no pese ye besrem ye de tomonim because the members ni bi anya stroke say no kase wo dem ye de tomonim na enu yewra John Dramani Mahama ye mampanyi ho na oni ye CEO Mr. Malik Basentele nkasa na bosumi ayaya adwuma no bosumi duni ontua eka enti ne efrem ha asema ya kan nyina ho krata sem wo ha eya adansidi a ye betim de adansi de be mam de ye audio nso so a ye meetings ye ye bo sha o sha se nkwa adwuma na oba be audit oba ye ho evidence nyina no yɛwɔ ha yɛde bɛma mo
Observo Malik Basintali ujana numsa okasa mamu eye kasa ene se wo accuse political opponent say wo repreku ene wo wura sorry dem no di communion wo why boss Malik Basintali wo staff mpona comedy wo na community police ni o ma aka ekeka ho wo pass community police ni community fire service ni prison for no pass wo out wo do nsasi wo se wo hye wo mo say wo mo akatua nkamu da na wo refi say wo nye finance minister wo hia say wo adwuma efo ba gi akatua free finance ministry na akogina wo hye bo on say wo staff mponi wo staff na ayi adwuma 10 months ya akatua maaye na ne community police fo na mo akakeka ho ne oh amamu enye kasa bibili eni se wo ga accuse Dr. Bawumia no repreku eni wo wura asole dem ena won se ye do tu dumaku bia no won se wo staff comedy wo mo aye cd pressure akonfo Malik Basintali ena wo timoto so ena wo kikan kansem ena youth president nye youth na comedy wo mo ti o mo ka adwuma na mo aye ti o mo ka na wo adwuma na wo ye boss no why you boss no ye tia o ka wo no ye ne wo ma didi o mo suese o mo didi ti o mo ka kasa mamu ne kasa won kasa de wo de ye Dr. Bawumia nti no wo de wo be ye bia ne monitor wo sa staff na comedy wo mo a 10 months yi ti o mo ka mo finance minister o fa jagu finance minister to say staff mabun omo na ye adwuma wo na wo se we youth president omo akatua nkam omo akatua 10 months omo nsa nkan omo yire no omo mabegidi tie omo ka Malik Basintali na jenu dwan na mamu na nye kasa bibiri action show action nye kasa.
So that was the issue I so about Malik Basintali. You could see clearly say issues in there were hobby and at the end of the day no saying and for air kase why you for per video share so na any panaba kasa no just so why things are not looking good like that because see you kasa said you were absent. In fact, from that to the people there are not being paid. See you know why and kasa be wa be coming next on nko for be kasa and also be see the salary for the people who have not been paid. But then we so in the indemnity, we are definitely monitoring all of these thing of events. At the end of the day, more updates on all of this issue. Ya ready, so we are looking at this and we'll definitely be giving all of you and most of you updates on this particular issue. As for Minukasi Stephen Amwa, Honorable Stephen Amwa, a friend sticker. He's really catching heat within the New Patriotic Party. Obeka said, and I know the two just said, "Ebra, Akufo the person appointing as a Minister of Finance. No, Bawumia stopped because Bawumia was of the view says sticker on ye krumi. So clearly, no, Bawumia kasano or Yobia or play tribal politics. But then Minukasi say this same Stephen Amwa, I got clash with one of Bawumia supporters and Bawumia ni aid. To say bitmakasene advices are enyasem ketua krasa sticker. We are seeing a side of him we've never seen before. Now it's for yenkutie what really went on the back and forth course so between these two prolific people babaka betras because in same way but definitely there is a lot of angle and a lot of things to it. The entry video babaka we continue.
Oh, you want to ask him a question? Oh, Alfred wants to ask you a question, just briefly.
Alfred, that how many of our people?
No, Alfred says he wants to. No, Alfred says he wants to ask you a question. So please hang on.
Ask me, but before
you
finish, you also answer me. I also ask him 2 questions.
What question do you want to ask him, sir?
No, when he finishes, I'll ask him. Okay. I have my 2 questions.
All right, please.
Okay, Staker. You are going for a presidential race. You are selling your presidential candidate against 4 others. 4 others. Now you bring in a statement stating clearly that you were supposed to be made a minister of state at the Ministry of Finance, but someone wanted his brother or his home person or his his statesperson, that is
his tribesman.
His tribesman, to be made that minister of wait, to be made that minister of state at the
tribesman. No, you are using tribe.
So what did you use? What did you use?
Obinia a tribe. If I say Obinia,
okay. It's even worse. It's even worse. It's even worse because opposite Ninia. Okay, let me finish. Let me finish. Then you can ask your questions.
Who you mean?
Who you mean?
So
now say who can say Obinia? Can I finish?
Oh please.
We are not related though. So who can say Unia? Everybody knows that I'm your friend. Now. 5 people are going for it.
You're my brother.
Can I finish, please?
I'm listening.
No, let him land and then you can come in.
Okay.
5 people are going for a contest. There's only 1 person from the northern descent. A minister of state is taken far before you came to the ministry, and he's of a northern descent. And you come and state that you were supposed to be made a minister of state at the Ministry of Finance, but someone wanted the brother to be made a minister of state. All we are saying is that amongst the 5 people, 1 person who is of the northern descent has been taken. You didn't state it well, and you have to just apologize and retract. That is all we are asking from you. You are my brother, you are my friend. I stay in your house when I come to Kumasi. I'm very close with you. But that doesn't mean that when you say something wrong, and I come on air and they ask me, I should now pick a phone and call you before I come and talk about it. It is not done anywhere. And I think what you said is not in the good light. You are a good politician, but you should know this. If you've heard, you should come out and say that if I said A, B, C, D, I didn't mean it that way. I'm sorry. I retract. That's all we are asking for.
Okay, can I speak now?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Boss, in the first place, this issue about the time that thing happened, Alfred and Co, they don't know. They are changing the story. It's not when I came to the ministry. It's not true. I don't want to go into details. 2, Alfred. The first thing you should also have to know is that is what I'm saying true or not? If you want us to dig deeper, except that those involved, I don't want to come public. And 3, Alfred, ask yourself if you're also serving the God we are all serving. That bad serious statement that have been made against Kennedy Japan in their local dialects that we have videos. You want us to play all this to the country?
Which statements?
Don't let us go in there. Alfred, if you think I have to apologize, you call me a brother, I call you a brother. You say when you come to Kumasi, you live with me. When I come to Cape Coast, I come to you, I eat in your house. Maybe you've forgotten.
I know.
Could you have also called me that, brother, I've heard ABCD. What's your side? Okay, you are wrong. No problem. Go apologize. But you people decided to develop your own fake story. And you threw them into the public domain, tarnishing my reputation. Then you come back and tell me I should go apologize. Apologize what? Apologize for the lies you are telling the public, or apologize for what I raised. I didn't mention anybody's name. Is that what you're saying?
He said the video was doctored.
Which one? Which aspect should I apologize? Which one?
Doc, you also said you said you have 2 questions for Alfred.
So I'm asking Alfred.
Yes.
First question: is he honestly before the God we serve that there are people who are plainly, publicly, in their own language, using tribal statements and other things against Kennedy Japan, who are from Afra's camp? Have they criticized them? 2, Alfred, if he means well for MPP and Ghana and me as a brother, did he have to come on TV and even spin the lies that people are telling him? It's not his fault, but what is in the public domain? Or he had to even ask me for my side, just as Metro TV is doing, before he could advise me or even come public against me. Why didn't he do that?
Okay.
Because one of the maxims of equity is that he who comes to equity must what? One is come with clean hands, 2 must have equity. Okay. So all that you are saying, people have done worse, plainly. Right. Express statement, tribal statement publicly against Kennedy Japan. Has he criticized them? Has he asked them to apologize? Me that haven't done that. That probably you can develop certain things and say because I said his brother, fine. But is it not true? If it's not true, my life is in God's hands. I'll not move on again. All right. That's all.
Thank you.
Let's take a quick response. 1, I came to the studio and I was asked the question. I can't pick a phone and call you before I answer the question. I needed to come out
You've
and
heard what is
explain.
going on for a long time. You've heard, you know.
Oh, so you
can
had
tell
said
you
this for a
have
long
asked me.
time. So you know you had said this for a long time.
What he's trying to say is that the video has been in circulation for a long time.
But he has said it. So he said it in the video, unless he's saying it's still doctored.
Well,
Secondly, even today in the studio, I heard some tribal and religious things that you were saying about the Christian Muslim thing that I haven't even talked about.
Dabi, I know
But-
what did I say?
But I'll call you. I'll call you and advise you.
No, don't go there and lie.
I will call you and advise you because I think you are treading on dangerous grounds. It's not good. This.
Don't change the story.
You didn't take a chair. You didn't take a chair in front of people and talk about two Christian and Muslim things.
Listen, I said that is clearly because before it escalates. I said that in this country we have geographical voting. If you have a place where Muslims dominate, most of the time, largely, most of them vote for NDC. Where Christians dominate, most of them vote for MPP.
It's not
and
true.
that if we choose somebody, if it's not true, God is watching us. So you stay
Check
there
your
and lie.
data wall. It's not true.
And then I said that if we pick our brother that I supported most, thinking that we'll get votes from there, it's not like he's not a good candidate. He'll be one of the best presidents. But the point is that his domain of relevant stakeholders, they don't like MPP as much as NDC. That's what I said.
Okay.
And it's not true.
So I'm saying it's not true because in your constituency, sticker, you are a Christian. But I'm coming. In your constituency, you are a Christian. But President candidate Baumia got more votes than you.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about.
He got more votes than you. Does it mean that you didn't do well because you are a Christian?
Do you know what you're talking about?
No. Does it mean that because of that?
These are the cheap talks.
No. Does it mean that because of that your Christianity is at stake?
Look,
let's stop this. Let's stop this.
MPP had about 41%. I had over 71%. The whole Ashanti region, MPP had about 65%.
Your constituency. You are talking about your constituency.
Do you know what I did for Dr. Baumia?
We are talking about your constituency. If he's a Muslim and they are not going to vote for him, then he shouldn't have got more votes than you.
Listen, that is why I contested for my constituency and I got over 71%. I didn't contest for the whole Ghana. It's not my constituency that
in your constituency, did Dr. Baumia get more votes than you? In your constituency, did Dr. Baumia get more votes than you?
To know my predecessor and his hometown.
Did he get more votes than you? That's a simple question.
Don't talk about what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about.
No, did he get more votes than you?
You don't know what you're talking about.
That's a simple question. You are saying Christian Muslim, but the person who is a Muslim got more votes than you, a Christian, in your own Christian community. So how can you use that as comparison?
What are you talking about? But we lost all the Zongos in our constituency.
In your place as a Christian. So it tells you that people don't vote on Christianity or Muslim.
Please.
People don't vote about Christians or Muslims.
Thank you.
I haven't said that.
Doc, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello, Doc. To you.
Hello, Doc.
Yes, sir. We look at this thing that Alfred, because of policy, is there to talk about. You call me your brother.
Okay.
You are still my brother.
You should separate the truth from lies.
Okay. But the truth is that Doctor got more votes than you.
All right. Thank you.
That's the truth.
Thank you.
And he's a Muslim.
I guess it's enough.
That's the truth.
Doc, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very much for your time. Thank you.
Okay. It's also in some way and a course. So now let's quickly move on to the camp of Regina Daniels. Now Regina Daniels is out here again. You remember, so for the past few months, she's had this back and forth with her husband or ex-husband now, Ned Woko. And Ned Woko came out to say that Regina Daniels was actually, having some abusing or perhaps having some drug related issues, and because of that their marriage ended on that note. And far from that too, Regina Daniels' brother was arrested and subsequently she lost custody of her children. Now Regina Daniels is out with a lengthy video telling the public that one of the demands that Ned Woko made was for her to have a drug test and to come clean, to make sure that there's nothing like morphine, ecstasy, cocaine in her system. And ultimately she's done this. Now in this particular video that we are going to watch, Regina Daniels actually took us through the journey, telling us how the news even came about and even what she had to do and even the process. And according to her, she's actually proving haters wrong. Honestly, it's a bit hypocritical. Why am I saying this? Because she was accused of taking these kind of drugs over 4 or 5 months ago, and now she's done a test and everything is clean. No, we all know that these kind of hard drugs takes at least 60 to 50 days to leave the system completely, because you are detoxing, you are eating everything, so it kind of takes everything away. Regardless, let's hear of actress Regina Daniels' encounter on how she actually came about in moving forward with these kind of tests to prove perhaps to the world that she's drug free, and ultimately to tell her husband that all the things that he said against her, all of these things are basically false. So we'll look at this particular video. When we come back, we have more angles to this whole issue.
Hi guys, so okay, I'm here at the hospital. I'm about to run my drug test. If you were positive for something, he would mark it and then you were confirmed, but you're negative completely. Okay? So you have nothing to worry about. And then if they're giving you any problem, just give us a call back at this phone number. Okay? Thank you.
Hi everyone, it's Regina Daniels. You know, I don't believe that I would sit in front of this camera again trying to clear up an accusation that was sent to destroy me. You know why? I don't fight my battles. I leave them to God. Because I believe so deeply that any mouth raised to speak evil against me will in time use the same mouth to speak good. Well, it's a new year, and with it came a moment of clarity. I realized that there are certain narratives I can no longer allow linger over my name as a public figure. I also realized how many people love me, look up to me, support me, and believe in me. And I would never want that love or loyalty to be met with shame or doubt. One thing I underestimated is the strong personality God blessed me with, and the overwhelming love I receive from my family, my fans, friends, and those who just generally believe in me. They stood firmly by me when everything felt heavy. And some people walked away, which is totally fine, because I understand that people rarely want to be associated with what looks like failure. And not everyone can stand when storms arise. I mean, tell me, what better way to tear down a brand than drugs? Still, I am endlessly grateful for the opportunity to speak my truth and to reclaim my story. Believe me when I say, taking this test, it's not just about clearing my name. It's about giving a strong and confident voice to those who believe in me. And above all, to give my children something priceless. Pride. That when they grow up to the proper age of understanding, they would know that their mother was never a drug addict. Regina Daniels is not a drug addict. I'm aware that many will make reference to the past posts I made about drugs. But that belongs to the old version of me. That shouldn't or will never define who I am today. And please note, I was never on any hard drugs or any nonsense fabricated online. I will sue. I will definitely sue at the appropriate time. And honestly speaking, The only drugs I was associated with was ecstasy, popularly known as money. Believe it or not, there was a reason for that, which I will explain. Which I will never ever explain anymore. It hurts so much to watch a brand my family and I built with love, patience, sacrifice, and consistency nearly torn apart. But God stood firmly. Yes, He said no. And that's a grace no man, no one can ever contend with. I also want to say a big thank you to everyone who stood by me. I love and appreciate you all. And to those I disappointed, please accept my sincere apologies. But trust me, your disappointment will not last for long. It's not by my power, but by the grace of God. Thank you so much, everyone, and a happy new year.
So that was actress Regina Daniels when she came out with this particular post telling the world that indeed all these allegations were leveled against her, they are false, and then to her she's going to take serious actions. Some of these actions include taking a legal action against those who claimed that she had certain drugs in her system. Well, ultimately we'll have to see how that goes, because the ex-husband also claims that he had evidences to these kind of claims. But then many people are actually not buying what Regina Daniels is saying, and let's take a look at this particular post which came from Trending Explained. It reads, Regina Daniels is trending because the actress has done a drug test in the USA 3 months after Nedwoko called her an addict. But drugs experts are arguing she's guilty. That's why she waited up to 3 months to go for a test after detoxing. The mother of the two said she did a test for her case, her brand, and everyone who loves and respects and supports her, that she was never an addict. Actually, it takes 2 to 7 days. It takes 2 to 7 days for marijuana to leave the blood and 30 days to leave the urine for heavy users. Otherwise, 3 days for a single use, 7 to 21 days for moderate use, but it could stay in the hair up to 90 days for addicts. For Molly, it exits the blood after 2 days, 1 to 4 days from urine, 1 to 2 days from saliva, but it could stay up to 90 days in the hair. Ideally, blood tests usually detect recent use. Urine test detects past use depending on frequency. Hair test shows long-term use but not exact timing. So if she was truly an addict as claimed by her husband, then the test could have indicated. Also, a drug addict can easily quit addiction in 2 months, especially her case when Ned has said she's now living with her drug suppliers. Although it's reported that, it is not reported which sample used for the test. If it was saliva, then she's bound to be 100% clean regardless of her lifestyle. Regina Daniels said that the time is right. She will approximately sue when the time is right. She will approximately sue, but she wants to make sure her case grew up to see that she was never an addict. Following the couple's fallout in October, Nedwoko credited Regina Daniels' actions to drug and alcohol addictions. That's why he allegedly attempted to slap it off her. Gossip blogger Cute Jules later alleged that Regina uses them because she can't copulate with Ned without drugs. And Ned sponsors it because he likes them wild. She gets under influence. Gina later confirmed this in an interview in early November 2025. So perhaps the drug she uses for enhancement is the MDMA, Molly, which Regina has now suggested she took for peculiar reasons, but she wishes not to speak of. So the date of accusation here is 19th October 2025, and the date of test happened to be the January 5th, 2025. And as you can see, this is a span of almost 3 months, and we are hearing that where she took the test was Alere Toxicology Services, Louisiana, USA, and the results came out negative. So this is exactly what is really going on. Many people are actually not buying this, but regardless, she trying to come out clean is something that she needs to be applauded of, because she currently is on the right path, and for her own safety, what she's doing is actually good. So she coming out clean, she going to therapy, she trying to get herself intact. I basically think that we all need to kind of applaud her. Ashofo Sabra Mino Kasi, Oshe the whole screen so a President Maduro or a Venezuela President America for Cochene so any date, Be Kamia Quest pay ya chain no amanfo bi kasa ama Mino Kasi, Kasa no more Kasa no enye bi mode. Now Obeka say ebra che President Maduro no countries be brave eba out ebe Kasa ebi so the Maduro President Awachi and Trump Awachi Maduro no meaning jeho. People condemned it. But Kamia Kwese Ghana so you be condemn me say amanfo bebre eni jeho. Na nipa be kasa ya amanfo bebre bashe no okuduto ablakwa so okuduto ablakwa kwa ye na Ghana ya be my visa ban. Na ye fa we into screens no so because ye be two screens no so no nkofo titi o makasa more party say government should know say there's a thin difference between feelings, okay, and as having your own personal opinion and also working in a diplomatic way, which means say own pet Trump that is fine on a personal level. That is your own opinion, that's your own feelings, but then you don't sing the tune, especially when you are in a position you present the whole country. Yes, I will be back. Now you be share this particular video. I just say politicians, even some within the National Democratic Congress or more parties say the recent actions of Okuduto Ablakwa it risks further escalation. Ghana na Trump abane. You can share this particular video. Babaka, we will continue with more updates concerning this particular issue because to some this is the time Excellency John Dramani Mahama also tenase no making sure say Okuduto Ablakwa kasa bibribe o kan onhwe ni especially official statement omo de ba ya omo party say Ghana catch US they should release Maduro immediately. Ghana kra no US state back kra 16 Ghana. US state back so Ghana both economically and everything. Regardless no you could take in same way. Babaka we have many people who are also talking there's a videos we able to screens so not exactly what is really
America.
going on.
Ghana, you can't stand anywhere in America.
We can't cry.
You cannot stand anywhere in America. O paper na what you sa. Hey, and co create problem. Listen, Papa I in a list. Odo beka say we try 5 years visa. We try 5 years visa. Obi abeko we a president cry now call ba sa could lie so. And a more informer ye know him a kwanya ba ya me pacho we find no fine. And uncle for ye the Esaberi Institute here because say I'll not mention them, but then we made a letter of some statements via a be officials be me my and I'm American for trigger that anger and no mutuemu. Or no, I coca copa chow and answer a chop a biacoso and no muduma becahum. Now on one yasem, one no coach Venezuela, United Kingdom on Casa on condemn ye, France on condemn ye, Russia cry why cautious.
Yeah.
China or Security Council member superpower
on Kasai. Now Ghana keteketi.
Yet now we are just about a month ago. Wasako countries Roma beka woman no more visa restrictions. So wasabe heightened visa restrictions to a visa ban. Country been saying Sierra Leone. Papa Sierra Leone why America day? Only any problem. And ye rebel. Omni omno bianco or the nabeka home. Ususu chrono. I listen. The bigger hub of nationals outside, predominantly American no more, followed by the UK, followed by Canada, and then Germany and other parts of the world.
Right.
Now, I want to busuya for visit to Omunyamo. I want to busuya for call. I want no me Papa. Oh, Pepana watch no. President Trump on Kai. The State Department, they will even ignore. But if they are to stick to the actual and it was this and it was that. Busaon say Holland Kaden. Busaon say Japan Wakaden. Busaon say South Africa Wakaden. You can condemn the way the diplomatic will let peace prevail. Maybe you condemn the actions of United States. And there a diplomatic language you can't papa obia can be. But if you read through, so if that was the statement Ghana issued out there, maybe I say Is that the only country in this in the African continent? Yeah, what that kind of a stand? The government of Ghana issued that. Of course, it was uttered or directed by the president, uttered by maybe foreign ministry.
Yes.
Then I'll say, the foreign ministry, the sentences diplomatically, the statement diplomatically to me.
Nsɛm bi a ɛyɛ amanfo bi bɛpa sɛ kututu abla kwan some kind it is putting Ghana at a risk. Now it is not just papa yi and all kasasa, more people are also jumping. Yɛhwɛ video ɛba back ɛbɛ to aso.
In very simple terms, what are you saying? He shouldn't have responded.
He should have condemned it and leave it as such and do what South Africa did, because South Africa said the Security Council will have to meet and take a decision. This is what South Africa wrote.
I think they are meeting today.
Exactly. So a lot of the countries had really written this. But if you go, then it tells us that indeed a suspicion that Russia supported President Mahama to win this election.
Oh dear.
You see, don't discount that, because in July, the only country President Mahama visited before the elections was Russia. And when he nicodemously entered Russia, Daily Graphic reported that he was in Russia. Joyce Mutare said he was in Russia to translate his book into Russian language. The book he wrote in 2012. After 12 years, it's now that he's going there to do that.
Okay. In very simple terms, what are you saying? He shouldn't have responded.
He should have condemned it and leave it as such and do what South Africa did, because South Africa said the Security Council will have to meet and take a decision. This is what South Africa wrote.
I think they are meeting today.
Exactly. So a lot of the countries had really written this. But if you go, then it tells us that indeed a suspicion that Russia supported President Mahama to win this election.
Oh dear.
You see, don't discount that, because in July, the only country President Mahama visited before the elections was Russia. And when he nicodemously entered Russia, Daily Graphic reported that he was in Russia. Joyce Mutare said he was in Russia to translate his book into Russian language. The book he wrote in 2012. After 12 years, it's now that he's going there to do that.
Okay. In very simple terms, what are you saying? He shouldn't have responded.
He should have condemned it and leave it as such and do what South Africa did, because South Africa said...
So many people believe that he really stepped out of boundaries. Into which Kututu Ablakwa way was the government of Ghana's position on U.S. unilateral and unauthorized invasion of Venezuela. So down there, no statement of Mickey here say Ghana calls for immediate de-escalation and release of President Maduro and his wife. The last part, we share last part here, last but 2-3 paragraphs, and I share just a month for party say Ghana. She see I'ma say be ni atra ni ton. We need to be very careful, and I will say me who say. Sebio diplomatic bibi na isi nti o si ehwe ohun ye ni ehun so Sebio insema ye kan ni ade no ye nka ema ne nkoye se we are being because America for so almost own view of whatever is going on. Yes, since Maduro are committing a lot of crimes, these crimes according to them Maduro are committing it shows you say or you be or corrupt. And aside from that, to elections, so Maduro Maduro on person So what is Ghana talking about? Saying say a country that is really helpless, a country that can't really do anything for itself. Is our country, because Sebiu a sovereign nation. Someone needs to step in. We always need a big brother. We always need a person out there ensure discipline and the safety of people. Anything about Africa has say they sorry be a coup d'etat. Because there is no big brother, Sebiu, or best sorry. Prekono akasa Sebiu nkwasi asemi ekosi no more enkosubium entrasubium. We don't have that, and yes, so every day yetiha and I say kudita air costs abenke or big brother bit say United States obi kudita ebe kwa ko bombi nipa na tinkro futia. I believe say ehumbe bonkro for because we a soldier that doesn't warrant you to if I overthrow a government which it is being democratically elected, all because who soldier no feel said things are not going on well, and then the people are suffering. It's who bet me who soldier nya say you one university who bet my son near in a day. Well, that is exactly some of the things are air coso Kumasi. So we are looking at all of these issues, be making sure about more update as all of these various events continue to unfold right here on this particular platform. So, my share concerning most of the issues I can once, and we're very much happy to actually get your feedback. What you think about all of these things at Air Course? What do you think about Science and Air Course? Drop your comments in the comment section as we continue with this particular update Air Course. Ashafo, Minuka say, Baumia is indeed in hot soup again, because we are now learning, say, Baumia actually did not plan to settle on Napo as his running mate. Neither did Kenya Japan. Nipa na Baumia and the MPP fraction, they were looking, say, Baumia will pick them, and Baumia will pick these people, Sebi, as their running mates, Ubia Sebiu with the ex-president. Now this is coming at a crucial time. Some people are also breaking ranks, and more parties say things are there at the end of the day, I was here come once and even to the extent say some secret air party say but we are proud to the elections, let us say at the end of the day now offer ex-president Kufuor as the running mate. Now don't take my words for it. You could see sema on Rankasa or de a year etuja a babaka a veterans, because this issue definitely has shaken the base of the New Patriotic Party.
And you think activating that side of the whole thing, where we don't allow your vice president, former president, stay, without doing anything. Now, ensure say you appoint you to do certain jobs for the country.
Yeah.
So then we lock them down.
Yeah. Mama is secret to be. Anna, who say about me? I wanted to appoint President Kufuor as a running mate.
Really?
I'll tell you. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he wanted to appoint President Kufuor as a running mate in 2024 elections. Chebia, you wouldn't understand this. At a point when NPP realized that Ashanti region is becoming a problem, where they shouldn't have been a problem, their strongest hold was fallen. They needed somebody that Ghana for Dono. Ghana for a bit me okay, this is a fresh beginning. As for this man there, I think this thing was discussed on Paul Adwatch's program. Good evening, Ghana. Because of that hint, so they were discussing even this provision. Say President Kufuor to be bad. Yes. So at the point they wanted to appoint President Kufuor. So we hear Germany my Dr. Bawumia becomes a president. They show President Kufuor and reappoint another vice president.
It would have been possible, right?
Because you didn't quote it to me.
Yeah.
So because Omoma Kanina be a problem. It's President Kufuor there. So bit the Kumasi Jom. Yes, Kufuor there. Health insurance. Kufuor there. Free maternal care. Cocoa mass spraying. Metro mass transit. Kufuor school feeding. Kufuor wine. Metro aban. Befakati bibian mato. Eto de kwaji 2 million we are President Kufuor is old. Obetimi akasema resign. You bet me declare incapacitated. Then no, I resign. They appoint a vice president again.
But the other space has to do with the feel of a demotion.
It's for in some way yes, all because the party said Bawumia wanted to settle on ex-president Kufuor, and according to Bawumia analysis, it said Uncle Yusu ex-president Kufuor no mudi Kumasi votes no here, because honestly, me say President Kufuor kwabe Bawumia running mate personally I can message say bi onipa metoma ni bi ebe kwa ma because Kufuor de nyina penasem, but then almost some year calculations no one shall na Kufuor nkasa wampene so Ghana for so ombechi a lie no, so let's go with somebody and omko settle Napoleon aka Napo so that is exactly what is really going on. But far from that, to NBBS here, Bawumia will win big on the 31st of January 2026. I didn't make us Minuka say MPP MPs, former MPs or now MPs or Mulusu any former Ninano or Maba out a party say they are putting and they are giving their unwavering support, okay, to a year only one person in the race ahead of the 31st January election. That person is Vice President Dr. Bawumia. Minuka say MPs over 90. I mean, this is the biggest number so far. Or Munina say Bawumia, whether we win or not. Say you lose seat crana ni power be ma wo and you believe it's a bit my the LED and could see somebody too.
As has been stated, we invited you here this morning to, through you, announce to the entire MPP fraternity in particular and to the generality of the people of Ghana our decision to support the candidature of His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia as flag bearer of our great party, the New Patriotic Party, for the second time at the 31st January 2026 presidential primaries and subsequently lead the party into the 2028 general elections. Ladies and gentlemen, it is true that some of us of this group have, in their individual capacities, variously supported the candidature of Dr. Bawumia as he prepared for the 2026 primaries. However, we 118 PCs who represented the New Patriotic Party for the 2024 general elections convinced that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was not the reason nor the cause of our 2024 electoral defeat, as per the various studies conducted by the party's own Professor Michael Kyei committee, highlights of which have been provided by the General Secretary, and also independent institutions such as the Conrad Adenauer Foundation, the New Patriotic Party's own Parliamentary Caucus, the Political Science Department of the University of Ghana, have, after extensive engagement amongst ourselves, and importantly, after engaging our polling station executives, electoral area coordinators, constituency executives, former constituency executives, council of elders and patrons, taking a decision to come together and collectively declare our support for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's candidature for the 2028 presidential elections. This declaration, ladies and gentlemen, following the one earlier made by our 63 compatriots who were victorious in the 2024 parliamentary elections and are today ably representing the party in Parliament, is intended to send a clear message to the grassroots of our party and the good people of Ghana that the majority of the representatives whom they chose to lead the party during the 2024 general elections are strongly united behind the candidature of Dr. Bawumia. We must, at the very outset, state that this decision is not born out of any parochial or self-interest on our part. It has been taken after sober reflection and based on a deep sense of duty to our great party in particular and the future direction of our dear nation, Ghana. We have listened to key stakeholders in our various constituencies, including, as I said, our polling station executives, electoral area coordinators, constituency executives, former constituency executives, council of elders and patrons. We have also listened to the youth, market women, our farmers and fisherfolk, businessmen and businesswomen, opinion leaders, religious leaders and traditional authorities, and I've come to the conclusion that there exists broad and overwhelming consensus that Dr. Bawumia is best placed amongst all the eminent personalities who are vying for the flag-bearing position of our party to lead our great party into the 2028 general elections. The greater majority of well-meaning Ghanaians are looking to us, delegates, to do just that. Dr. Bawumia has proven himself to be a visionary leader with a track record of competence, integrity, and commitment to Ghana's development. His experience as Vice President, coupled with his policy initiatives and innovative ideas, makes him the ideal candidate to lead the NPP to victory in 2028. His exceptional leadership qualities demonstrated during his tenure as Vice President, his technical expertise in economics and finance, his commitment to Ghana's digital transformation and good governance, his compassion and empathy for the Ghanaian people are key qualities that make Dr. Bawumia an ideal leader of our party at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe that Dr. Bawumia's leadership will be a game changer for Ghana.